So I heard something really interesting the other day. So I heard of the concept of creating an alter ego to cope with stress and anxiety. And I thought that was interesting because I had a moment the other week where someone really offended me. Someone really insulted me and got on my nerves. Was pretty disrespectful towards me. And all I wanted to do was just snap back at them and just let them have it. But I didn't. And maybe a couple minutes later, I felt in a very strange mood. And I felt this really, really strong sense of like focus and complete detachment over the situation. And it almost felt like a completely different person. The way I would just interact with other people, the way I would talk to other people, not disrespectful, but I felt a sense of like I wasn't myself. I was someone different. I was better. I was like a heightened, everything was heightened. My senses, my cognition, my memory, my speech, my eyesight, my hearing, the way I would talk to people. The words would flow out of my mouth in a very sophisticated way, like it just flowed just very naturally and very, like everything was heightened. I felt like my brain was on steroids, and it was all because of this one conflict, this interaction I had with this person. And I just thought it almost felt like an alter ego. It almost felt like I was a completely different person. And then, I stumbled upon a video and I was watching like people talking about developing our alter ego to deal with stress and anxiety. And I'm like, it's very interesting. Where we develop the qualities that we feel we lack in ourselves. And we create this whole new different persona in our own mind and in our own body. Completely different person. Maybe certain qualities kind of blend in together and are very similar to who you actually are, but it's like a coping mechanism to deal with stress and anxiety. And I thought it was very interesting because I think that conflict that I had with that individual when they came at me and they were super insulting, I look back on it now as like almost my mental shift in becoming a different person. It was almost a coping mechanism. Because my brain of who I actually am couldn't cope in that moment with being insulted or being disrespected. But that other person that I shifted into was able to cope with it. Just food for thought, something to think about. Now, maybe you can relate to that. Have a good one.